Did you see this makeup bag open? You already know what's going on. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're just going to jump right into the video. As you can see, I'm putting my hair back. Initially, I was just putting it back to get it out of my way when I'm doing my makeup, but I actually ended up keeping the 2 pigtails as my hairstyle later on. And I also would like to say sorry about my absence for the past, I think, 2 weeks. I've had school that I was focusing on, but thank you for coming back and sticking it out with me. So I'm actually not going to do too much talking with this video. I'm just going to let you guys watch, enjoy. It's sped up, so it's not going to take too long. And I will pop in and give some commentary every once in a while, describing what I'm doing or what was going through my mind when I was actually recording this. Here, I'm just starting off with my eyebrows. I like to use an eyebrow pencil, a dark brown one, to fill them in. And then I'll use an eyebrow brush and another e.l.f. brush to just kind of blend it in, blend it out, per se, and make it look natural. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm obviously listening to music throughout, so if you see my mouth moving, me dancing, looking kind of crazy, that's why. And all girls, or most girls, like to do this, listen to music to hype them up when they're getting ready. So that's what I'm doing, and I happen to be listening to Pop Smoke's full album, the latest one, before he passed. So if you listen to that album, then you know that it's a pretty good album. It's pretty hype. Almost all the songs are bops, if not all, so that's why I was so energetic while filming this. To make the inner parts of my eyebrows not so harsh, you'll see me as I'm doing here, I use my finger to kind of like blend out certain parts to make it softer and not as harsh, not as dark, because we do not want block eyebrows. Ladies, we want those natural eyebrows. Right, so that concealer was in the color medium beige, and I believe this is the LA Pro concealer. You can get it from any beauty supply store. I've been using it for years. I love it. It works. And that's really all I have to say. I'm just cleaning up the bottom of my eyebrows, which I didn't really make any mistakes, but if there are any, this will take care of them. I know some people like to do a halo and clean above the eyebrow as well. I've done that before in the past, but it's not something that I've kept in my normal routine. I don't usually do that. And I'm just gonna go in with my finger and blend it out on my eyelid and underneath my eyebrow on my brow bone. And you guys are gonna see me use my hands a lot, even though I have brushes. It just works for me, so don't come for me, please. I'm just gonna go in with some setting powder. I think this is a CoverGirl powder, setting powder, and I've had this same bottle for literally years. I just don't use it that much because I don't do my makeup so often for me to run out. And if you look at the applicator, every time I see it, I laugh to myself because it looks like those old applicators that you see in old movies, like black and white movies. Those big old poofy things that they would use to apply their powder. That's what it reminds me of. But I just use it to set my powder on my eyelids. But when I'm setting my foundation later on, I'm not going to use this same little applicator. I'll use like a sponge, a wedge, to apply the powder and set it. Now I'm putting on my go-to eyeshadow. I'm just putting some brown in my crease from this e.l.f. palette. I don't know the name. This is not a tutorial, so if you guys want a more in-depth explanation as to what I'm doing, what tools I'm using, I can make a separate video, but this is just a follow along, get ready with me type of thing. Yeah, so I'm adding in that medium brown. It's not a super dark brown, but it's also not super light, so it's a medium brown color in my crease, in the outer crease, in the inner crease, also a little bit on my lid as well. And then you'll see me go in later with a different color, and that'll be a gold shimmer. This is the same gold that I use as my highlighter. I use it for both. I'll put that in the center and inner corners of my eyelid, and that's basically going to be the look. That's the gold highlighter I was talking about before. I know this handheld mirror is kind of blocking what I'm doing a lot, but hopefully you can still see it well enough to understand what's going on. I just had to use that mirror to get a closer look, especially when it came to the eyeshadow looks, because, you know, I can't see too much detail with that big mirror. It's so far away from me. But I'm just putting that gold all in the middle of my lid, the inner corner, not really the outer corner because I'm leaving that brown there. I kind of wanted to, what's the word? Fade? Fade isn't really the word I'm looking for, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But I want it to blend, that's the word. I want it to kind of blend in that brown with the gold as well. But I still want both of them to be noticeable, which is why I'm adding this brown again into the crease, into areas that have maybe kind of faded away when I was putting that gold in there. I'm making the brown stand out more, and that gold is still there, still noticeable, and there's a good and nice balance. That's what we want. So now I'm gonna go and figure out which eyelashes for which eye. You can see me struggling. I do this every single time. Like, it's easy, it's just opposite. If I'm looking at the right eyelash on the plate, that's really the left eye's eyelash. But I mess it up every time, and I have to do that little thing you just saw me do and like compare it to my eye. And I don't know why I do this every time, but I do. This part gets a little interesting because I get the first eyelash on and everything is going good. I'm feeling good, my eyeliner came out right, and this eyeliner is actually special in the sense that it's actually also a glue. You can use it as an eyeliner, or you can use it as a glue and an eyeliner. And that's the whole reason why I bought it. So it worked for the first eye, and then it started giving me trouble for the second eye. I don't know what happened. The ink was not coming out. I couldn't line my eyelid right, and the eyelash wouldn't stick on for the second eye. And that just about ruined the whole video because it threw off my mood. And I don't have eyelash glue sitting around like that because I've been using this for so long. So you're gonna see how fast my mood just changes, and I'm just like, what is going on? But we gonna get through it. Got to see it through, my boy. So I'll let you guys just watch now. Can you guys tell that I'm struggling? I'm on that second eye and I'm trying so hard to keep going, to keep lining my eyelid with the eyeliner, and it's not working. So then as you can see, I kind of like write on my hand a little bit with it and it worked just fine. And I'm like, what is going on? So I tried again. No, still not working. You can see my mood start to shift. I'm not dancing and smiling anymore. I go ahead and I try to apply the eyelash anyways and see if I can make this work, if there's enough eyeliner on, enough glue on, that the eyelash will stick. And from this angle it doesn't look too bad, but it was not sticking. There was maybe like one part in the center that was actually sticking, but the inner corner or the inner eyelash was off, outer part of the eyelash was off. It was a hot mess. I was not gonna go take no pictures looking like that. So I'm still going in. I'm still trying to see if I can get some more ink to come out and fix any holes, any gaps. I'm touching the glue with my hand. I'm like, it's just not working. I don't know what happened because it worked just fine for the first eye, and then the second eye it wanted to act a fool. Still trying. I know you guys can't see, but I bent down with that smaller handheld mirror and I'm trying to apply the eyelash again a second time to see if it'll work, and it still didn't work. Still looking a hot mess. You can see it in my stands. I'm just like, what am I gonna do now? The sun's going down. Well, actually there wasn't really any sun, but I still was gonna try and go outside and take a few pictures. Time is ticking. This thing isn't working. I'm about ready to give up, but I've made it so far. You know, the first eye is good. It's good to go. It's the second eye, this eyeliner, that's giving me so much trouble, and I was not with it. I was so upset, and as the video is going on, you can see me get more and more upset. I'm just like, I don't understand. I end up just taking off the whole makeup on that eye completely because I'm like, maybe it's because the eyeliner is sticking to the makeup, because it was feeling a bit sticky when I was touching it with my finger. So I'm like, forget this. I take my makeup wipes, which I find out have dried out, probably because the lid wasn't closed all the way. That as well made me mad because that's money wasted. I ended up having to use just some water on the makeup wipes and wipe away the makeup, and I'm gonna have to start over from scratch again. And you're gonna see me try the eyeliner again with hopes that it'll work out this last time, and I'll just let you guys see what happens. But here I'm just starting from scratch. You can see me putting on the concealer that I had put on in the beginning, blending it out. Then I'm gonna set it with some powder, and I'm gonna go in with my brown eyeshadow and my crease, and then I'm gonna go in with the gold again, and then I'm gonna pick up that stupid eyeliner and try again. So let's just keep watching. Here we go, the moment of truth. I redid all of my steps. Is it gonna work now? Is it? No, it's not gonna work. It didn't work the first 2 times. I don't know why I thought the third time it would work, just because I took off all the makeup. The makeup isn't the problem, because they make eyeliners to just glide on top of the makeup. You don't put on eyeliner and then put on eyeshadow. I mean, if you're a backwards person, you can, but that's typically not how people do it. So I tried the first 2 times, it didn't work. I was still trying to be optimistic, and here's my third failed attempt trying to do this, and it just didn't work. At this point, I just give up. I find this old glue. You can see the wand in my hand. I find this really old glue. It's an amazing one. I have never found another one like it, and I'm looking for one currently to replace it because it's pretty dried up. There's barely anything in there. But I find this old glue bottle that I never threw away, and this old eyeliner that I used to use before I bought that other one that I was using that was giving me problems. So I'm like, okay, we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and put on the eyeliner separately with one that actually works this time, and you can see it actually worked. So it wasn't me who had the problem, it was the eyeliner. I'm getting back into my groove. The music is piping. Oof. The music is hyping me up, and I'm getting a bit more happy again, because before the music was still good. I was upset, so I couldn't even vibe out to the music. I apply the glue on the actual lash band. I wait a few seconds for it to get tacky, and then I apply it. And as you can see, it's sticking. It's going on a lot better. The inner eye corner was still kind of giving me a little bit of issues, but I was like, okay, it's good enough. I'm not gonna keep stressing myself over this. Time is ticking, I gotta go. So now we're gonna move on to the actual face makeup. Foundation, concealer, on top of the foundation, powder, contour, highlighter, and yeah, everything else is pretty much straightforward. It was just that one eyeliner that wasn't working with me. Here I'm just bringing that foundation down my neck, because you never want to just stop at the edge of your face. You need to bring it down your neck and blend it in, because if it's not your exact shade, you will have your face color A and then you can have your neck color B. It's not going to be the same. And that's kind of embarrassing, especially thinking that you look so good and then you get back home and you see what you were really looking like, or you see it in pictures. It sucks. So let's just not make that mistake in the first place, and let's bring the foundation down our necks to blend everything in. Oh, and disclaimer, I don't know who needs to hear this, but this only works if the rest of your body is the same color as well. So if your face and neck are lighter, it's still gonna look a bit weird, you know, the rest of your body versus your face and neck. So just try to have everything match. I know there's different issues that can cause someone to have discoloration on their face, neck, and the rest of their body, but just do what works for you so that you don't look silly when you're out in public and you look good, because that's what we want. We want to look good. Here I'm just setting my makeup. I know I might look a bit crazy, especially when I set my entire face, and the setting process is I'm letting my face kind of bake for a second. If you're new here, baking is terminology for letting this powder sit on your face. I actually didn't let it sit on my face for too long because, like I said, time was ticking and I didn't really need that whole effect. I wasn't gonna really keep the makeup on. I was just gonna take a few pictures, do a few TikToks, get some pictures for the gram, and then take it right off, get in the shower, get clean, and call it a night, you know? So I didn't really let it sit for too long. You can see me already trying to blend it in some more, and then I'm gonna let it sit a little bit longer, like a few more seconds, and then I'm gonna get one of my fluffier brushes and just brush it all away. Here I'm contouring my face. I used to have a hate-love relationship with contour. I used to love it, but I would do it so harsh. And you know, in the moment, you don't realize that's what you're doing. And it's not until years later when you look back, you're kind of like, what was I doing? Why was I walking around looking like that? And why did nobody stop me? But looking back, if somebody had said something, I probably would have had my feelings hurt and been like, well, I don't know why you're telling me what to do with my tone. You know, like I probably wouldn't have even accepted that advice. So it's like, that's just how it is. You have to do stupid stuff to realize in the future that it was stupid and that you outgrew your past self, because I don't do my contour the same way that I used to back in the day. Definitely not. And then there was a point in time where I would just wear highlighter and I wouldn't contour. And I think I know what I want to do now. I I like highlight and I like contour. I like the both of them. And I even like blush now too. You'll see me put on some in a little bit. But just knowing how to contour your face to your liking, that's key. Because if you don't, you're not going to really like it or see the purpose of it. I contour my cheekbones, my jawline, a little bit on the sides, surrounding my forehead, like on my temples, to just make everything look snatched. And then I also highlight. Why do I keep saying highlight? I'm talking about contour. I also contour the sides of my nose. I don't have a big nose. My nose is actually pretty small, and I like my nose. But I still contour the sides of it to try and make it look a bit more snatched, even though it's already pretty small. And I like doing that, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And it works for me. And who knows, maybe in another 2-3 years, I'll look back and say, why was I doing my makeup like this? That was stupid. But until that time comes, I actually think I like my makeup the way that I do it now. And a lot of people seem to as well. Even though, low-key, back in the day when my makeup was horrendous, people were still saying that they liked it. So I don't know if they were just lying to me or if that's just how makeup was back then. And so back then, it looked good according to everyone. Like, it wasn't an issue. You know, just as time goes on, you figure out what you like and what you don't like. You evolve and you get better. That's what growing is. So I've highlighted my face. I highlighted my cheekbones. I put on some blush as well, but I don't remember seeing that part go by, but I know I did. I highlighted my brow bone, my cupid's bow, my chin, my nose, and now I'm just adding some fake beauty marks with that old eyeliner pen. Just adding some fake beauty marks, and I kind of went overboard a little bit. Like, I added way more than what I was originally planning on adding. Sorry, that part got cut off. So I kind of went crazy because I liked the way that they were coming out, but it was still cute in the end, you know. I put more than I was expecting to, but the turnout was still cute, and that's what we like to see. So now I'm just brushing through my eyebrows. If there's any part of it that kind of faded while I was doing the rest of my makeup, I'm filling it back in with that brown eyebrow pencil, as you can see. And I'm also lining my lips with that brown eyeliner. And then I'm gonna go get some lip gloss and just put it on top. Blend everything in, and that's actually gonna be the finished look. I'm so glad you guys stuck it out with me and we made it basically to the end of the video. Stick around for some pictures, a video with the final look, like you'll get to see it up close in a better angle than this, and you'll also get to see some of the pictures that I took afterwards, as well as a TikTok, one of the few TikToks that I did record with this completed look, this transformation. I'm clearly feeling myself here, as I should, because I look very beautiful, and it looked a lot better than I thought it was going to. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure did enjoy filming it, and I have more coming for you guys, more in the works. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye.